Okay, this is Lowell on the Refined Performance channel. I'm redoing this original video because someone pointed out to me that my license plate was showing on the previous video, and I didn't think that was a big deal because I didn't plan on doing anything that would make me wanted by the police or anything like that. But I guess there's always a chance that I might slip up and speed a little bit or have a little bit too much fun, more fun than I should, with this 500 horsepower V10 vehicle. So I took their advice and covered my license plate, and this is going to replace the video that is up right now. So this is my 2008 BMW E60 M5, and this is the V10 500 horsepower. It's 2008, so it's after the initial LCI, which BMW calls LCI, is life cycle impulse. So after the initial upgrades to this body style, the tail lights, the headlights, and I suppose there's a couple other things. I'm not a I don't know everything about these cars. I have had this one for a year. I paid right around $30,000 for it, and it only had 48,000 miles. And it's everything I wanted, with the exception of the black leather interior, and I wanted the light gray leather interior. So, but the black is really nice looking, and I'm really happy with it. So, what I'll do now, I zoom in a little bit here, and these are factory 19-inch wheels. These are the updated tail lamps, and you can kind of see them with the light shining, sunlight shining through them. They got kind of an angel wing or an eye with eyelashes kind of look to them, and those lines coming out from the circle, they actually almost look like neon tubes when they light up. Then above it is LED blinkers, quad exhaust. There's a few little things I've done to it already. I held off doing a lot of stuff on this because I was thinking that I would sell this after a year and buy another one, a 2010. But there's carbon fiber emblems, BMW emblems. BMW calls them roundels, R-O-U-N-D-E-L. Really subtle, you really can't tell unless you walk up on it and take a look at it. But I like it. I might even change it to all black or black and gray, because I intend to try that plastic dip and do the wheels in black. If you happen to see the first video, you'll see that my grill was originally chrome, and I replaced the chrome grill with the black grill. It's kind of a satin finish, not quite a matte finish, it's a satin finish black. And those are just plastic little snaps that go onto those grill pieces to represent the M colors. And again, there's the carbon fiber roundel on the hood. And on this model, the hood and the trunk are the same size. On some other models, they're different sizes. So when you go to change those, you have to watch out for that kind of stuff. The BMW M, the E60 M's, have these sport mirrors instead of a little bit larger, kind of more square mirrors. This, I don't know if you call it ground effects piece or lower body trim, comes out, so it has a little more style to it than the standard BMW body. The BMW front fascia, the M front fascia, is a little different. It has the two intakes and the vented scoop there. I believe there's an oil cooler behind there. It looks like an intercooler. Wish it were an intercooler. That would mean there would be a turbo in there, but there's not. So I'm assuming it's an oil cooler. Haven't gotten that far into the car. To be honest, I've been actually kind of intimidated with working on this car. I've worked on almost every car that I've owned. You know, I haven't never done any major engine work. I've done everything up to replacing a clutch. I've never replaced a clutch, but just about everything up to that, water pumps, all that kind of stuff I've replaced on cars, AC blower motors and all kinds of stuff like that. I'll take you inside now. But I've been a little intimidated, so I've only done minor things to this car. So what I want to share with you mostly is what I looked at when I was purchasing the car, the things that I paid attention to after doing some research. I knew I wanted low miles because there are a number of maintenance issues that occur on these cars that I wanted to get into the car and have them as far off as possible, because the maintenance issues are rather pricey. So I was looking at the wear on the cars and how well people took care of them. One of the things that I noticed on most of these cars is this thigh bolster right here. This thigh bolster, you see the wear that's starting to happen on here. Now, I bought the car at 48,000 miles and it has about 64,000 miles now, and this is the wear. Most of the cars that I've seen have this type of wear all the way across, and additionally, this side bolster looked like it was pushed down, and so it had all these wrinkles all the way across. So there was a lot of wear on most of the cars that I looked at. Another place there was a lot of wear is right here on the door, the armrest of the door. There was a lot of wear right there on a lot of cars. And the center console, this piece right here, it actually slides up and back, but this piece right here where the driver always puts their elbow or their arm, there was a lot of wear there. And right here on the steering wheel, right here, that spot and that spot, those are the two spots that, as you can see, if I can get the light right there, that's good. This matte finish is usually on the whole steering wheel. This whole part that has a shiny finish is also matte. So most of the cars, actually every single car that I looked at, this spot was worn at least a little bit, and this shiny finish came through the matte. So that was one thing I looked at and I couldn't avoid it. This car came with wear in these spots as well, right here and right here. So I'll do another video to explain to you what I did to give it this two-tone look and make it and clean it up. While I'm on the inside here, there's the leather wrap dash, Alcantara headliner all the way back, the sunroof. I know you can't see it very well. The iDrive system, all of the options for shift speed and shift point in the RPM range, electronic damping control, dynamic stability control, and power. This car was in really good shape. This was the only place that showed wear on the interior of the car here, and these little raised spots whatever this finish is, this silver finish on this console piece, these raised spots where it's coming off. And I saw a lot of cars that had a lot of wear around these buttons and over here on this side, and this one was in pretty good shape. I was okay with that little bit of wear there and a little bit of wear on the steering wheels. The only other thing, I bought the car sight unseen. Well, actually I saw pictures online, but I didn't get to see the car physically myself. The only other thing that was really wrong with the interior is this leg extension. It should be automatic, it should go out, and you can probably hear the motor, maybe, if it's quiet enough. You can hear the motor moving and stopping, but the leg extension does not work. So from what I understand, there's nylon gears and nylon track that it goes into, and sometimes those gears strip out. And I had a car before, actually I had a GMC Yukon Denali, where that was a manual. It had a handle on the front and you could pull it out manually to have the leg extension. So this wasn't a deal breaker for me. The passenger side does work, the driver's side doesn't. I drive with it like this, my wife drives with it in. It's not a big deal. So those are the only things that were wrong on the inside. And on the outside, we had a couple scratches, minor scratches. There's one scratch that's through the color coat down to the base coat, and that one as well. Last time I had it polished out, well, I had the whole car polished out, so the paint looks really good with the exception of those couple scratches, and sometimes that scratch over the back tire, it actually appears less visible depending on how good a job they do waxing the car for me. So I think this video is ending up shorter than my previous one, which is okay. On this channel in the near future, I'm going to have my friend Brian, and I kind of talked him into getting back into cars. He hadn't had a really nice car that he liked in a while, and we drove in this, and I let him drive it, and he really got the car bug, and so now he has a Mercedes E63 AMG 2011. It's a 6.3 liter V8. Puts out about 525 horses if I'm not mistaken, so it's the comparable car in the Mercedes to this BMW M5 E60. Really nice car, and I'll have his car on this channel as well. So the next video, because I've already done it, is showing what I took apart to replace this OEM chrome grille with this aftermarket black grill, and I'm gonna cut the end of the video short. I'm not gonna reshoot the video because I'm not gonna take this all apart again to do that, but I'm gonna cut the end of the video short because I come back around again and show my license plate. So there's another very short video after that to show you the finished product. So be prepared when you look at the next video. It's gonna be cut short because when I come back around to the car back here, I do show the license plate, and I'm gonna cut that off. So the next videos will be up soon. Actually, the next video with the grill work will probably be up in the next couple days, along with that short video showing the finished product. And I'll talk a little bit more on future videos coming about other little inexpensive things that I did on the car to make it just a little bit nicer, and I will go into detail on how I got the steering wheel like this. I'm sure a lot of you can probably figure it out, but I'll talk about that as well. So a lot of videos to come. Hopefully this is informative for you all. There's a lot of E60 M5 videos out there, and I'm just giving you my point of view and my perspective on it. We'll do some driving experience videos, and if you have anything that you want to know specifically about them. I've had the car for a little over a year now, and I've put about 15,000 miles on it. I've been lucky not to have many issues, but I'm also prepared for the fact that I may have some expensive repairs in the future. So if you have any questions about anything having to do with the E60 M5, or once I connect with my partner and put his E63 AMG on here, have any questions about that, hit us up in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. See you next video.